But let's go ahead and we'll see if I can find something else here to kind of stream. That was actually turned out to be actually a little shorter than even I was expecting it to be. Um, so with that, I think we're gonna shift over. I think. Let's see here. What do we have here? So we've got the Red Sea Rumble. This is the scenario I lost my first time playing it. Cross-border skirmish. The other thing I actually like about these scenarios is that none of these are like 20, very few of these are actually like 1 day like scenarios. A lot of these are very short, 4, 5, 6 hour scenarios. Um, so let's see. Let's do a little different. Let's do the Red Sea Rumble. So is set during 1956 during the Sinai Crisis. We control the UK forces in the Red Sea, and we are to engage any Egyptian warships that are detected and demonstrate hostile intent. ROE dictate that you may fire only after being fired upon. So we have two groups. We've got Task Force 324.01, which has HMS Newfoundland, which is the Task Force flagship, and HMS Diana. Group 2 is HMS Crane, HMS Modest, and RFA Wave Sovereign. They've got some River-class frigates, Bangor-class MCMs, and possible motor torpedo boats. So this one is actually going to play, I think, quite a bit slower than our first scenario, in that this one is all really about the cat and mouse of naval warfare. So we're going to go ahead and just turn up our time compression here. So one thing I definitely want to do this time is I definitely want, in fact, I'm actually going to turn my northern group south. And I want to combine my two groups first. And this group can go ahead, go to full. So there's a ton of merchant traffic in this scenario. So lots and lots of cat and mouse of looking for. So that's already been identified as a civilian. That's already a civilian ship. This group, go ahead and go to full. And the reason I really want to combine these two forces is that 324.01 actually has longer range guns. This group down here has 102 millimeters as their highest, whereas this group of cruisers, I think they're cruisers, they may be destroyers. Nope, they're one cruiser, one destroyer, has 102s, 114 millimeters, and 152 millimeter guns. So definitely a lot of longer range, and so I really don't want the southern group to be kind of isolated. And I think we can go and pump up our time compression here. All right, let's see. That's a skunk. And I don't see anything that's actually sailing information. That's identified as a civilian. Go and give this group a dogleg here. Let's go and visually identify. Nope, that's a civilian ship. All right, that's identified as civilian. All right, we've got a hostile. All right. We have, so it's turned hostile. So I'm wondering if I'm going to assume what that means is that we can actually engage it. So we're going to assume that that means it's engaged hostile intent. So we'll go ahead and have the HMS Newfoundland start opening fire on it. And actually, what I want to... Alright, got a hit. I actually also like this scenario because it is actually old-fashioned kind of naval warfare of actual gunfights, and not the modern, hey, let's launch air-to-surface missiles. Let's see, we are doing damage. Alright, so those have all been identified as... Let's turn this group there. And actually what I want to do is I want to go into this here, and I want to detach Wave Sovereign from that group. Uh-oh. Oh crap. Oh crap. We found our second hostile. It's to the south. Alright, Wave Sovereign. You were to go north. Go to full. If you guys hear a loud noise here shortly, I'm about to have a Chinook flying over my house. We know that that's hostile. This group here, go to flank. Guys, engage, please. Hang on, what's going on? Oh. Detach. Really don't care for cavitating. I think this group's this one's, yep, already lost its engines. Crap. In fact, turn north. See if you can disengage. This is what happens when you don't identify your targets. Alright, so Black Swan is out of communications. The... Crap. Crane is dead in the water. And I don't know if the Newfoundland and Diana are going to make it there in time to save them. They may make it within time to save the Wave Sovereign, but I don't think they're going to have lost. We are going to lose the second one. Which I don't think the flank's going to much matters. Yeah. So that actually answers a question of mine. It looks like the locations of these ships are actually randomized in this scenario, because the last time I played it, these two ships were actually farther north. So that actually answers a question that I had, and I'm actually really happy to see. Come on. All right, we may just have been out of range on the Wave Sovereign. Oh no, here comes a new volley. Oh, we're probably gonna lose it just out. Oh man, we're gonna lose it just outside of range of our northern task force. Crap. Yeah. Well, that bites. Alright, so we've definitely identified those as civilian. That one's not. Those ones are. Yeah, we're probably going to lose Wave Sovereign this, I don't know what this is. If I was that ship, I don't know if I would still be continuing to close if I knew that there was a group, if there was a cruiser coming to kill me. I probably would have turned back by now, but especially a cruiser that's definitely by now definitely in sight. And just about ready to bring me into gun range. Oh, come on. Those 40mm are just tearing it up. Alright. So, Newfoundland is now within range and has begun opening fire on our little friend over here. Alright. So we are getting some hits, getting hits. It's fired at me. We are gonna slow down to just go to full. That should improve our fire just a little bit. Indiana now is just about within range of its own. It should be firing here shortly. There we go. So now both of our ships are now firing. This has been identified as a DD. We don't know what it is, but it is taking flooding damage. It has stopped firing back at me. That's good. Alright. So we did destroy the southern group, or we did destroy both the ships. We lost all but the Royal Sovereign, and Royal Sovereign is out of comm. And it's just probably at this point is a floating hulk. So we're going to go ahead and turn our northern group back to the north. We do know that there are probably some motor torpedo boats out here. Let's go ahead, clear the way here. Those have been confirmed as civilians. But these guys up here, I'm not so sure. Those are... Alright, so Royal Sovereign has extinguished all fires. That's good to know. What I'd really like for it is to repair its comm so we could actually get a status report on it. Alright, okay. Those two are most definitely torpedo boats. I'm gonna mark those as, I'm gonna preliminary mark those as hostile. Those guys are moving way too damn quick. So we're gonna go ahead and have our two ships begin opening fire. Yeah. Yeah, patrol craft. Alright, so these have been identified as civilian shipping. Let's see, how's the Royal Sovereign doing down here? Still out of comms. Let's go keep patrolling north. Let's see, alright, so these are probably hostile as well. Frankly, they're moving way too quick. 18 knots, yeah. We're just going to assume that everything Egyptian at this point is hostile. So you guys here, go ahead and engage those as soon as they come into range. Although, to be honest, if I would have seen them speeding at 18 knots, I would have assumed that maybe those were let's see, what did we just kill? I've got my message log here on a second monitor just to clear up space. So we sunk a minesweeper and doesn't see what the second one was. I wonder if the second one was actually a civilian. Yeah, I don't know what the second ship we sunk was. Not something that got Oh, I wonder if we sunk us if that second one was actually a civilian ship. Scenario's got about 10 minutes left to run. These have all been identified as. All right, how do we do? Major victory. Okay, so we destroyed the Rashid, the El Quahir, two Fairmile Ds, which I'm assuming that those were the two patrol craft we sunk. The Damiet and the Bangor. We lost two. We lost two of our destroyer or frigates, I guess. Destroyer escorts, if so. Not horrible. Expended 342 rounds of 152. 129 rounds of 114 millimeter. So overall, major victory, although it still sucks losing those two frigates. Um, this is, I think, my third time playing this scenario now, and every time I have played, I have lost those two frigates. Um, so I guess with that, that's gonna kind of bring Well, it's only been an hour, so it's actually been a really short stream, but I don't think there's really any more short scenarios in this pack that actually fit the time frame for tonight. So I think with that, I'm actually going to call it a night here. So thank you all for joining me. Shifting Sands will be out on Thursday. Um, and also before I go, I really do want to say a huge thanks to Matrix for letting me stream early or stream the beta for this tonight. I really had enjoyed it a lot. Hope you all did too. And I will hopefully see you. I will be streaming again on Thursday for the release night stream. Not quite sure what I'm going to do there. I may be doing starting the Baca Valley scenario. Um, the reason I don't want to do a longer one tonight is I really don't want to have to kind of split it up. I really do want to if I have to split a stream up, I'd rather split it after the release. So thank you all for joining me. You can follow me obviously here on Twitch at Kushan Gaming. I'm also can be found on YouTube at youtube.com/Kushan Gaming and twitter.com/Kushan Gaming. And you can also find me on my Discord in the description below. And with that, I'm going to call it a night and see you guys later.